Chapter 2, Into the Depths. The anticipation buzzed through Lyra as she secured the straps of her wetsuit, the ocean calling to her with its seductive promise of mysteries beneath the waves. She meticulously checked her dive gear, buoyancy compensator, regulator, depth gauge, each piece an extension of herself, a tool to unlock the secrets hidden in the deep. Her fingers traced the edges of her dive plan, outlining the transects she would follow, the data she would collect on the octopus population. Her mind hummed with scientific curiosity, her objectives clear: assess population density, observe behavioral patterns, catalog interactions with the environment. This was her world, her language, the quantifiable, the measurable, the provable. She stepped onto the edge of the boat, her heart pounding in sync with the rhythm of the sea. With a final, meticulous check of her gear, she took a deep, steadying breath, feeling the air fill her lungs, and plunged into the water. The coolness enveloped her, a shock that quickly faded into exhilaration, her body slicing through the waves with practiced ease. Bubbles danced around her like tiny, ephemeral jewels, catching the sunlight as they floated towards the surface. The weightlessness of the water was liberating, the silence broken only by the steady, reassuring rhythm of her own breath resonating through her regulator. As she descended, the world above faded into a distant, muted memory, replaced by the crystalline beauty of the underwater realm. It was a living tapestry, full of color and life, teeming with creatures that darted and swayed in the aquatic ballet. Schools of vibrant fish swirled past her, their scales reflecting the sunlight like tiny, iridescent mirrors. Coral reefs stretched out beneath her, their intricate structures providing sanctuary to a myriad of creatures. She spotted a moray eel peeking out from its hideaway, its jaws opening and closing in a silent, primal snarl, revealing rows of sharp teeth. But it was the octopuses she sought, their intelligent eyes and fluid forms a constant source of fascination and scientific intrigue. She found them hidden among the rocks and crevices, their bodies shifting colors to blend seamlessly with their surroundings. Camouflaged against the ocean floor, they were masters of disguise, their tentacles probing and exploring every nook and cranny. She observed as they interacted with their environment, noting every movement, every behavior that spoke of intelligence and adaptability. Her data sheet began to fill with observations, her mind racing with the implications of each action. She watched as an octopus used a shell to hide beneath, another manipulated a rock to block an entrance, behaviors that hinted at problem-solving abilities and a level of cognition that never ceased to amaze her. Then she saw it, an octopus engaging in behavior she had never witnessed before. It seemed to be arranging objects on the ocean floor, not just for camouflage, but in a deliberate, almost artistic pattern. It moved with purpose, its tentacles placing each item with precision, as if creating a mosaic on the seabed. Lyra watched, her breath catching in her throat, her eyes wide behind her dive mask. This was beyond mere instinct, it hinted at a level of sentience that challenged her scientific understanding, pushing the boundaries of what she knew about these enigmatic creatures. Awe mingled with discomfort as she tried to rationalize what she was seeing, her internal conflict surging like the tides around her. Flashbacks flickered through her mind like a disjointed film reel, past research gone awry, betrayals that had shaken her faith in her own judgment, and the lingering fear of professional failure. She remembered the stolen data, the professional humiliation, the haunting specter of doubt that still clung to her like a second skin. Yet, amidst the turmoil, there was a spark of something new, a sense of the unknown, a pull from the depths that she couldn't explain. The ocean around her seemed to respond, its currents whispering secrets, its vastness both terrifying and alluring. "What are you trying to tell me?" she whispered, her voice barely audible even to herself, the words escaping her lips like tiny bubbles. The water seemed to echo her words, carrying them deeper into the abyss, as if the sea itself was listening, responding to her query. She felt a connection, not just to the creatures she studied, but to the sea itself, a bond that transcended scientific analysis, that spoke to something deeper, more primal within her. It was as if the ocean was communicating with her, drawing her into its ancient mysteries, inviting her to dive deeper, to explore further. As she continued to observe the octopus, she felt an emotional resonance that defied logic, a symphony of feelings that swelled within her like the tides. The water around her seemed alive, watching her with an intensity that sent shivers down her spine, each current a caress against her skin. She felt a warmth spread through her, a sense of belonging that was both comforting and unsettling, the ocean's embrace both gentle and powerful. Finally, she surfaced, her heart pounding with a mix of elation and confusion, the sun warm on her face, the salty taste of the ocean breeze filling her senses. Back on the boat, she meticulously recorded her notes, her mind racing with the implications of what she had seen. The vivid colors of the octopus, the warmth of the sun, the taste of the sea, all of it blended into a sensory experience that left her both exhilarated and unsettled. She felt a shift within her, a subtle change that hinted at a deeper transformation. The ocean had spoken to her, and she was forever changed, her spirit intertwined with the mysteries of the deep. As she sailed back to shore, the sun dipping low and casting a warm glow over the water, she spotted Darius on the beach. His tall, powerful figure was silhouetted against the golden sand, his dark hair ruffling in the breeze. Their eyes met briefly, a fleeting moment of connection that sent a jolt through her, like the sudden touch of a live wire. There was something about him, a mystery that mirrored the enigmas of the sea, a depth that hinted at secrets hidden beneath the surface. Her intellectual curiosity stirred, blending with an attraction that was becoming harder to ignore. She felt a pull towards him, much like the inexorable tide drawn to the moon. The island's myths whispered in the wind, their echoes intertwining with the rhythm of the waves, each gust carrying tales of ancient sea creatures and hidden worlds. The unknown beckoned, and Lyra found herself eager to dive deeper, to unravel the mysteries of both the island and the man who seemed so intimately connected to it. The stage was set for their next meeting, charged with a tension that was both exhilarating and daunting.